If you're watching this, it means I'm already dead. Oh no, we started vlogging. It's because we're vlogging now.
After getting rained out in Grand Canyon, we drove back into Utah.
And went to Moab, actual Moab.
Real Moab.
Actual Moab.
We decided to stop first at Canyonlands National Park.
Hi.
A 4th grader.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We went to Mesa Arch, probably the most well-known arch in Canyonlands National Park. We went in the afternoon, though most people say that the best time to go is in the morning so that you can see that with the sun rising. From there, we tackled Whale Rock,
Which is basically a huge rock that's shaped like a whale. Dad took the easy path and just kind of strolled up.
Or you could go the way that we saw immediately and thought would be great until we were almost tipping backwards.
If you're a little more adventurous,
Or if you're just not paying attention.
you could do that.
It's pretty high up. You get a really great view around you. There was a family of like 6. The dad had like a baby on his back in a carrier and was holding a kid. It didn't seem to stress him out. So if that's the kind of traveler you are, you'll really like it.
Then we went to Upheaval Dome.
And we're trying to find Peevils.
I think she means people.
No, Peevil.
It's a short but steep hike to the first Overlook.
So there were like different kind of reds and greens. I thought it was so beautiful.
Put up the graphic, 110% worth it.
Loved it way more than the Grand Canyon. Looked way cooler than the Grand Canyon. Still disappointed in it.
There's a couple theories on what created it.
Meteorite or erosion?
It could be either.
I kind of lean towards the meteorite.
I think it's erosion because people just say, how did the crater get here? I don't know. Should we just say it got hit by a meteorite? Sure.
I think someone killed a creeper. So sometimes I like a really good, climby, kind of long hike. Every once in a while, I like a hike where you can see the end from the beginning of the hike.
On the way out, we went to the Green River Overlook. It's where John Wesley Powell did his expedition that we talked about last episode from that book that the boys are reading.
He started there. He went down somewhere in the lake. And then they ended there.
That's a long way.
We checked into an Airbnb after that, and it was really nice after having been camping for a while, especially in the rain.
It rained every single national park.
Starting to think I don't know how droughts work.
We're at the Delicate Arch Trailhead, and in true Reed National Park fashion, it has rained.
There's maybe a dozen cars in the parking lot. We're pretty excited. It's gonna be fun.
I do recommend getting here pretty early. It's a Monday morning, so hopefully it's not too bad.
That was such a long hike. I stuck with Mom the whole time and Elliot went with Dad.
So we haven't reached the really challenging part of the Slick Rock yet. Matt and Elliot are there.
Elliot and Dad ditched us a little.
Let's go.
Can you see Dad? Matt and Elliot outstripped us.
Did you say outstripped us?
Yeah, you outstripped us. You went ahead of us. You've never heard outstripped before?
Okay, seriously, never heard of that.
The twist to that is they went the wrong way.
And then we got to this part where it's like, you can see the arch.
It looked like it was impossible to get there.
We look below us, there's like nothing, and we're like, I don't think this is the right path.
So then we somehow got to the arch first.
So we made it. Still no sign of Matt or Elliot. I think they ditched us and got lost.
Our shortcut didn't work.
So we've heard rumors about this twisted donut. We want to find it. We're not sure exactly where it is, so we're trying this. No shame.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
One of the things that I didn't read about in blogs are the really, really beautiful things along the way. We just saw petroglyphs over, there's like a trail that goes over there. I always say it's like time travel. When I saw the petroglyphs on the wall, it was so cool to think that someone so long ago stood there making those. It's like when we saw the carving at Pompey's Pillar.
From there, we made our way to the Devil's Garden trailhead. We were pretty tired from the hike to Delicate Arch, so we decided not to do the 7.9 mile hike to see all of the arches in that area. We only did a little less than 2 miles.
It's really worthwhile because you don't have to hike very far and you see so many different arches.
I said I don't see any bold part about the arches. Too many arches, just a rock curving up and down.
My comment card for arches is gonna be, please install escalators.
We saw Pine Tree Arch, we saw Tunnel Arch.
Landscape Arch is the longest arch in North America. It's 306 feet. That's a football field.
We were also all on the lookout for a bobcat. Someone had spotted one on that trail. We could be food or we could eat food. We went to Jailhouse Cafe. I had looked it up and read about it, of course. They have Swedish pancakes there. They have Eggs Benedict. It was spicy. I liked the spice. We also checked out a place called Brunch Donuts.
Yeah, Quinn, when are we gonna eat these?
3.
Fika.
They were really good.
We headed back to our Airbnb and just chilled for a little bit because we wanted to actually head back out at nighttime after 9 p.m. to go back into Arches because we had read that it's far enough from Moab where there's basically no light pollution.
Yeah, there's no like pollution.
Light pollution.
There's this cliff that you can't see because it's so dark and you just see cars floating in the air. It's like flying car from Harry Potter.
So we drove in and decided to go to Balanced Rock, and it was super cool.
And it was so cool. We got to see the Milky Way.
And we saw a bunch of shooting stars.
Thousands of stars.
It was awesome.
It's really fun to be there at night.
It was neat that it was so dark that you could just look up and see the Milky Way without a long exposure. That was just kind of a cool experience. It had been a long day, but a fun day.
So today is our first like regular hours kind of visit to the park, and it's actually just for the visitor center.
If your fourth grade pass over, all right, Elliot.
Thanks, Elliot.
So we got to go in and the boys picked out the patches that they've been putting on their backpacks. And then on the way out, we decided to visit the area between Arches and Canyonlands. It's not a national park, so the cool part about that is that you can fly the drone. If you follow the Colorado River south out of Moab,
We went along Cane Springs Road and just followed it. It looks like you're heading into like gravel pits kind of.
and there's a bunch of different hikes that you can actually venture out on yourself.
There's an arch called Funnel Arch. It looked really cool. We didn't go all the way up to it.
Sometimes you just gotta let the drone do the hiking.
It looked cool. I wish we could have gotten up there, but I'm also glad we didn't try it. And we had to head out that day. So we went to get some refreshments at Lott's Pop Stop.
Canyonlands and Arches was so fun.
Goodbye, Moab. Thank you for being named what you are, because it confused me a whole lot.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell so you can see more videos like this.
Coming up next is Rocky Mountain National Park.
Where nothing out of the ordinary happens.
And we'll see you next time.
This is Quinn's reaction to eating like this much Taki. What?
Are you gonna lick it off your fingers?
No, this much.
How is it, buddy?